All right, guys. I see Anna's hopping on. Oh, weather. We keep hearing thunder and lightning. Okay.
So I'm going to talk first,
Yep.
just about the last podcast I listened to on that Your Virtual Upline, which is pretty good. And it has called Defeating Your Fears. And this kind of falls in line with some stuff that I've told I don't know who I've told, but anyway, I've told several people that when you start any kind of anything really, but it's specific to network marketing, that you're going to have fears. You're going to have fears of failing. You're going to have fears of, am I going to be too salesy on social media? Am I going to be annoying people on social media? Am I not going to be able to lead a team? You're going to have all sorts of fears.
And those fears never go away, you guys, like as you
They will after tonight.
Well, yeah. Right. I'm just saying they pop back up. I'm just kidding.
So, did you get on?
No, it's Mike McCall. We spelled his name right. Oh, he's so funny.
So anyway, what he talked about in this in the podcast was, instead of that, when a lot of people start network marketing or MLMs, everything like that, they started with the intention of, what can this do for me? And that's obviously common to do. But he said that you should shift your approach more to, what kind of services can I provide? So what can I do for other people? And I think that's perfect for Beachbody, because I've mentioned this in other areas, but and it's nothing against like other MLMs that sell makeup and stuff like that. Like, people need makeup, all that stuff's great. But I mean, makeup's not really going to like change your life. You know what I mean? And with these programs and with the healthy eating and with the workouts, I mean, that legitimately can change somebody's life. So with Beachbody, you have a huge opportunity to impact people in ways that, in my opinion, that no other network marketing and MLMs can do. So an easy way to try to get rid of those fears is, like I said, is to stop focusing so much on what this business can do for you, but the service it can provide to other people. Mm-hmm. And I've said that from the beginning. I've said, we've seen coaches that they come in and they want to do the business to make money. And I've had friends that have signed up because they want to do the business to make money. And I mean, I'm not naive. I mean, we all know that we're doing this to make some money, a little bit of side money here, whatever you want it to be. But to really be successful, you can't look at it as, I want to do this like as a job to make money. If you look at most of all the successful coaches, they truly love the programs. They truly do the programs. They truly believe in the programs. They didn't get into it. They didn't get into it starting to make money. I mean, they got into it because they loved it, and the programs have had an impact on them. Angela, I know the programs have had an impact on you. I mean, you have great transformation. I don't know. I guess that's really about it.
No, but really, I think that's important too, you guys, because, money makes the world go around. But when we have those tough times, you guys, you have to fall back on the things that you really love. And I mean, you guys have seen so many coaches go through really tough times in their lives, and having the community, having the products, having something that literally changed your life, it's like you can't walk away from it. And I've had coaches, come back that are like, this was when I was the happiest. This is when I was, the best version of myself. And that's a true testament to Beachbody, right? Because it's like, I wish it was a different name. I wish it wasn't named Beachbody, because I know that's intimidating on people. But we all know, Carl wants people's lives through the products. So,
and as far as feeling like you're feeling like you don't want to be salesy on social media and you don't want to be annoying and everything like that, like I said, and like he said, focus on, you're just kind of offering this service to people that need this service. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're pushing products on people that don't really need them. I mean, anybody, even I don't care how healthy you are, these products have a place for you, and most of the people aren't that healthy anyway. So, I mean, it's like you're providing a service for them. So think of it more that way.
I always think of our job is not to convince people to want to coach or to want to try our products. I think sometimes we forget that, right? Because it's like, how do I handle this objection? And it's like, you know what? If this person truly needs this product in their life And even if it's not right now, they're gonna come back. And we talked about this last week. If you continue to build that relationship with the person, even after they say no, I look at the people who are on here as well as just the people who have signed up with me in June so far, you guys. And they're people who I've been talking to for months, who've said no to me a couple times. And then when it was finally the right time or the right product, Lift 4 is like a completely different product than people have been doing. To Be Mindset, a lot of people get so intimidated with the exercise portion. So to just throw in the nutrition side, we have so many different products, and that's why it's important for us to be talking about all the different products as well, in an attraction marketing way, because you're going to catch people at the time when they need it. So I know it can be frustrating when it's like, God, I keep getting no's, but when it's the right time for them, they will come back. Okay. So yeah, just remember that you're doing it to be able to help people. I think that was a really good point for us all to remember. Okay, guys, so I wanted to give you guys like 6 tips to be able to help you finish June strong, because it is June 18th. Holy moly, you guys, it's like the end of the month already. I feel like we just started June. So I wanted to give you guys just quick tips that you can literally apply to your business right now. Okay. So the first one, and a lot of you guys will roll your eyes at me, but I would like to know the last time that you did this. Create a list, you guys. Go back through the people who are maybe brand new friends of yours that you like found on Instagram or found on Facebook, and they fit your niche, and you're like, this person would be an amazing coach, or this person would be amazing challenger. I know we talked about To Be Mindset or whatever. So write down those people, okay? Also write down the people who said no to you last month, okay? So those people who you're like, oh, yep, they said no, or a couple months ago, okay? Or 6 months ago. Write them down on that list, okay? Don't worry about it. Just write down the list. And then the third section is your family. Like so I come from a very big family on both sides. And there are like quite a few people who I've never talked to about Beachbody, because I'm like, oh, they already know what I know, or they already know what I'm into, And the other day I was talking to my aunt, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never talked to my aunt about Shakeology, and then we started conversing back and forth, and then we started talking about To Be Mindset, and she's getting To Be Mindset from my sister. I'm handing it to my sister because I'm like, you need this product. It's going to be, changing your life. It's changing my parents' lives. It's changing my sister's lives. And that's what sold her, you guys. It's not because I said, do you know that it's the top registered dietitian and she has these 4 principles, and write down all these details. Talk to them on like a face-to-face, but it can be through a text message type level, okay? Share how it's changing your life. Share how it's changing people around you, okay? And just invite them, you guys. The worst thing is that they say no, and when they continue to watch you change, then all of a sudden they come back, okay? So the first list, you put together people who are new prospects, okay? Or maybe Facebook friends that you haven't talked to in a long time. The next one are people who said no to you, okay? You got to follow up with them. And then the third are family members or friends that you might have been scared to talk to about this, okay? And don't overthink the talking, okay? Don't overthink what you're saying to them. Just do it, okay? So go and follow up and invite all of those people. The next thing, you guys, is let me see. Put a call to action post, okay? Put a call to action post up every other day for the next 2 weeks, you guys. And I want you to be creative. I've seen Heidi and Jessica Sullivan do like live videos. Super proud of that. I know some people, it's not your jam to do live videos. It's not always comfortable for me to do live videos. If you would rather do just like a Facebook post with a picture and, some kind of catchy wording, remember, you want a line that catches people's attention. For instance, I put up a post today that, or was it yesterday? It was yesterday. That was like something like, I can't believe I'm even sharing this, or something like that. And I had like the little monkey hands like this or something. And that catches people's attention when they have that first line that you're like, oh God, what is she going to admit right now? Okay. So come up with a catchy line, come up with a picture. Now, you guys all know this, but I still see it happen, and I catch myself doing it too. Timing, you guys. We've got to think about timing. In the middle of a Saturday afternoon is not a good time to post about a challenge group invite. Okay, most people, I'm going to give you guys a rundown. Okay, Monday through Friday, the best time to do challenge group or coaching invites is at nighttime. Okay, because people are working. Okay, so they're working usually from 8 to 5. Then they get home, they've got their kids, they're running their kids around and doing all this stuff and getting dinner. And by the time they sit down and they're ready to relax, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Then they're scrolling their Facebook, right? And that's when they'll see your post. So if you're wanting to do an invite, do it at nighttime, you guys. Don't do it in the middle of the day. If you do it in the middle of the day, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. Okay, and if you're sitting here thinking, oh my God, yes, I've done that. That's okay, I've done it too, right? And I go back and I'm like, yep, that's why it didn't do well, because I did it at a weird time. Or maybe we need to do a different picture, okay, or different wording. Maybe it was one big paragraph. And I know for me, when people write really long paragraphs, I scroll right past because I'm like, I'm a skimmer when I read. Not a good thing, but I'm a skimmer. And most people on social media, you guys, are skimmers, okay? They want something to read like that. Okay, so break them up into like 1 or 2 liners and then space, space, space. 1 or 2 liners, space, 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 space. Okay, not one big paragraph. Okay, and the last thing to remember with that, you guys, is hashtags on Instagram, not on Facebook. Okay, like if it's like a catchy like hashtag she's being a diva or something about Tenley, you know, something that's funny, then yes. But if you're actually trying to use the hashtags on Facebook to like market out to fit mamas or whatever, it doesn't work on Facebook, only on Instagram. If you use hashtags on Instagram or on Facebook, it works against you. Okay. So second one was a call to action, different types of ones every other day for the next 2 weeks. So one day you could have it on Instagram stories. The next you could do it on Instagram. The next you could do it on Facebook, and just keep rotating it, you guys. Okay. And different picture, different lighting, all that kind of stuff. Okay. You guys already know that stuff. The next one, and this is something that I want to start doing. And I know that I see like Angela and a couple other people who hop on that might not be in this thread. So I'm going to get you guys added in if you want to be a part of this. But we're going to have a message thread where when you put a call to action post up, you guys, and actually maybe I'll just put it in the team group so that everyone can join. But in this message thread, and I got this idea from Missa, which I thought was genius. We did it years ago and I forgot about it. So it's going to be a call to action message thread. Okay. And this message thread is set up specifically for coaches when they're posting their call to action posts. Okay. So say I was putting up a call to action post at 9 p.m. tonight. I would take the link from my Facebook or screenshot the picture from my Instagram and say, hey guys, I just put up my call to action post on my challenge group, or for my challenge group, would you go on and give it some love? Okay, and the people who are on will go in there, okay, and this is what teaming, it's being a part of a team is about, you guys. But you're going to go on, and I've seen some of you guys doing this, which I love, like and comment on that person's post, okay? Yeah, and I saw you guys doing that on Instagram. So we're going to make it bigger so we have more team camaraderie. But so say that Anna puts her post up, we all go on and we pretend like and it's like marketing, you guys. We're going to go on there and say, oh my God, I want information. I want in, okay? Or, oh my God, you look amazing. I want information. That way, what happens in Facebook, not only are you bumping that into more people's news feeds, okay, but you're also making people, when they look at it, people have kind of like a FOMO. Okay, so if they see that a ton of people are commenting on it and they're kind of like one of those people that's like, you know, about to hit the buzzer, like they're scared, they see all these people commenting, they're like, oh, what the heck, you know, and then they post and they're like, okay, send me some information. So now one thing to make sure you guys know, don't worry about people, and this is where the team stuff has to come in, okay? If Angela comments on my stuff and her friends see it as a team member, you know, if we say, you know, are you working with a coach or do you know a coach? And they say, oh yeah, I know Angela Rivera. Hand it back to that coach, okay? And say, awesome, okay, you know what? I know that my friend Angela is doing something very similar, okay? And that way, direct them back. It's all about integrity, you guys. But I think that this is a way to help your posts get bumped into more of your friends' news feeds and get more people interested, okay? So that will be the message thread. I will have that set up tomorrow, okay? The next one, and I'll post it in our team group, and you just have to let me know that you want to be a part of it. Okay. The next one, you guys, this is going to be brand new as well. Okay. So I got this from Bob Heilig, and I think it's going to be genius for those of you who need me. Okay. So for anyone who's talking to a prospect about coaching or a challenge group or 2B mindset or Lift 4 or 3-day refresh or whatever, you guys, and you're like, I don't know how to talk about this, add me in. Okay, so it would be a 3-way message on Facebook with Anna and me and her prospect. Okay, and you just introduce me in and say, hey Meg, this is my friend Sarah. She's looking into doing the 3-day refresh. Her and I were chatting back and forth, but we'd love to hear your intake or your, I guess, yeah, what you think about it as well. Okay, and that way I can address the questions, I can address the hesitations. That way you're learning through me, okay, because I know a lot of us are visual, right? And it can be hard when we're running things on social media and through the internet to really see how I do what I do, right? You can see my my comments through like what I've shared with you guys, but to actually see me interacting with someone and see, oh, that's what Meg said about that. Oh, when that person, told her that objection, this is how she responded to it. Not that I'm perfect, right? I mess up a lot in message threads, and I think that would be some, not to say don't use me, but I think that's important for you guys to see as well, that even with me might not saying everything perfect, I can still get people that are still interested. Okay, so you have that option to do the 3-way messages, you guys, whether it's a coaching prospect or any kind of prospect. You just have to introduce me and let me know, okay? And text me and let me know that you added me into that thread, because sometimes I don't look at my messages. And then the last one, you guys, okay? And I think this is probably the most important thing, okay? So even before you do those other 4, okay, you have to do this, okay? So I see, and I just talked to another coach about this, I see coaches doing all the things, right? I see them adding to their network. I see them posting on social media great content. I see them doing Instagram stories. I see them doing their workouts. I see them doing all of these things, but there's something missing. And they're like, Meg, I don't know what I'm missing. And I was laying in bed the other day, and I was thinking about when I was first getting started in my business, and when I was having the issues of not having it really get started. And the thing that made it change, you guys, was the belief in myself. Okay, I had all of these underlying issues holding me back, thinking, oh, people would think, or people are going to think that I'm greedy if I make money off of something like this, right? Or I'm not worthy of having a business like this, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not attractive enough, or I'm not fit enough, or if I approach people about health and fitness, I'm not at my fitness goals. Why would they want to work with me? Okay, we have all of these things that we're saying, you guys. Every time you say something negative to yourself, I want you to write it down so you have a running list, you guys, and flip it. Okay, so say that you write down, I'm not fit enough to help people on their fitness journey. You're going to flip it, okay? And you're going to say, I'm on my health and fitness journey, and I'm inspiring so many people along the way to join me on theirs, okay? Because no one's done with their fitness journey, you guys. We're always progressing, okay? So the first and foremost, like I said, we all have these crazy things that we say to ourselves, even after you've achieved a lot, you guys. You have to catch yourself dead in the tracks, okay? And flip it. And that way, before you sit down to work, okay, or before you sit down to respond to messages, and it's crazy how this happens, you guys, whether you're religious or not, okay, you go through and you say these lists of affirmations about yourself, the things that you're going to do, like Kirk said, the impact that you're going to make on people's lives. A big part of mine is saying, Lord, connect me with the people who need me today, whether it be someone who needs me to join my team or join as a challenger, or just give them a little bit of advice. Use me as you will today, okay? And it's crazy, you guys, the people who come out of the woodwork, the people who you're connecting with, you're like, oh my gosh, you know what? We were meant to connect today. And you might think I'm crazy, but if you are doing everything in your business, you guys, and this is the one thing that you're not doing, like actually telling yourself that you deserve this, and telling yourself how amazing you are, and telling yourself how big of an impact you're going to have on in this world, just trust me. Give yourself 30 days, you guys, 30 days of doing that, along with all of the things that you've been doing, and you're going to see a crazy shift, you guys, not only in your business, but the way you feel about yourself, the way that you feel about coaching, the way that you feel about your family. Like when I come out, and this is going to be very, very open, you guys. I'm sweating a little bit, but obviously you guys know what I've been through in 2018. And we came into 2018 saying this was going to be our year. This was going to be our year. Our team was going to hop back up into the top 10. We were going to be, popping, people up to 5-star and people quitting their jobs and all this stuff. And we had so much momentum. I was so excited. And then we had our first miscarriage and life got real bad, right? And it was like, I felt like, I guess God disowned me, basically. It was rough, you guys. And I started to hate this business. I started to resent it. I kept telling myself, maybe it was the stress. And it's not that I was super stressed out, but I was working really hard. And I was also doing 80-day obsession. Maybe it was the stress of the business that caused the baby to miscarry, which is so silly, you guys. And I started to hate coaching. I started to resent everything about coaching, you guys. And it wasn't until we had our second miscarriage that I snapped myself out of that. And I realized, no, this is what's keeping me healthy. This is what's keeping me sane. This is what's, helping me provide for my family and giving myself a chance to make a huge impact outside of just the workouts, you guys, but just by sharing my testimony of what this is doing for me inside and out. I'm helping so many other people. And I found that love for coaching again. Okay. And that's why, you guys have seen such a shift in me, hopefully, for those of you that are not as new as others, as well as just a shift in the team, you guys, because I know it's the leader that really makes that impact at first, you guys. So if you feel like you're at that point where you're starting to resent coaching because it's not going the way that you want it to, you just got to switch it, you guys. Find the fun. Find the fun on it and say, you know what? My story is different than that coach's, and that's why I have to pull out that story. That's why I have to build myself up. That's why I have to remember why I'm doing this deep down and let that come out in my message on social media and when I do my lives and stuff like that. Because let's be honest, you guys, and I know this for me, I had some of the lowest months I've ever had, that February, March, April, when we went through all that crap. And it was because I didn't feel good about myself. So I might have been posting the same type of happy posts. I had a couple sad ones, but that I normally do, but people could sense that something was off from me. And if they can sense something, why are they going to want to join you? And I know that's hard to hear. It was hard for me to hear. My mom told me that. She said, Megan, who's going to want to join someone who's so sad right now? You might be going through something, but you need to learn how to kind of turn that around and find your positive side again. And so guys, you can do this. You can do this, even if you feel like you've been going through some crappy stuff, okay? Or even if it's just mostly mindset stuff, come up with that list. Every single morning, you guys, I do my meditation, I pray, and I go through all of my affirmations every single day, okay? And I feel great every single day, okay? So let me see. All right, Anna said, we are doing that call to action thread. I love that, Anna. I love that. And Christine said, it's helping. Awesome. And then, thank you, Meg. I feel like I'm doing all the things and nothing is happening. Anna, what are you telling yourself? For me, I was still doing all the actions. I was still showing up. I was still inviting, but I was also like, I freaking hate this right now. I just want to crawl in a hole right now, or no one's going to want to join me right now because I'm so unhappy right now. So we have to catch ourselves. We have to catch ourselves because people can sense that stuff. Reframing, that's been a huge help for me. I love that, Megan. I need to get back to that early morning savers. Yes, Angela. So for those of you that don't know, there's a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And he has these 7 things that you go through in the morning. I won't go through all of them because it's almost 10. But look the book up, you guys, if you feel like you're doing all the things, but you're not getting the actions, okay? And commit to 30 days of Miracle Morning. The first couple weeks, you're going to be like, I'm so tired, right? I don't want to wake up early and do this. But then you become addicted, Angela, when did we start that? I think it was 2000. It was when I was pregnant with Tenley, 2015. So 3 years later, you guys, I'm still doing the Miracle Morning. And it's a game changer for me, for sure. Yeah, Gatlinburg. That's when we said, oh, that seems like so long ago. Okay, guys, do we have any questions? Any questions? I see Megan and Janessa and Jean and Christine and Anna and Angela, and I think Tenley is totally sleeping. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of likes, but not comments on my call to action post. Should I? Oh, for sure. Guys, anytime someone likes my posts, especially my call to actions, I always message them and I say, hey, Megan, I saw you liked my most recent post about my mindful eating group. Thank you so much for the support. I wasn't sure if you wanted information or if you were just being supportive. Either way, thank you so much. Okay, that way if they're like, I was just being supportive, here's the thing, you guys, when people like it, they're just nervous to tell you that they actually want information. And you can just like, okay, no worries. If you're ever interested, I would love to send you some information and move on. Because here's the thing. People are so used to being sold to. Okay, so if you don't actually sell them, right, and you're not like, but I saw you liked it, so now I'm going to come after you. Like, I'm going to sell you on this. They're going to be like, how come she didn't try to sell me? And that's going to intrigue them even more to follow you, because there's so many network marketers out there right now, you guys, that are kind of like Kirk said at the beginning, out there for themselves, right? And they want to turn everyone into a prospect. I hate when people say everyone is your prospect. No, they're not. I'm going to tell you that some people are not my prospects. We don't connect on a deeper level. And so I'm not going to be able to help you, but another coach might be able to help you. Not everyone's your prospect. Okay. Those mirror affirmations, I have been playing with it and saying stalker free guarantee. I love that, Angela. That's so awesome. I love that. But yeah, Anna always message the people who like or comment, you guys. And sometimes, especially on Facebook, you'll have a post that does really well. I know Megan McCall was talking about one that she did really well. I want to say a couple weeks ago that was short, and it was about 2B mindset. You got to be creative, you guys, and play around with wording, okay? And it's funny, like the shortest ones usually do well. Like I did one yesterday. You would never think it was a call to action, okay? I said, which would you prefer to have? That's what I said, pizza or ice cream sundae. Okay, and people were like, pizza, ice cream sundae, pizza, ice cream sundae. So now I'm going to go back and message those people. I didn't have a chance today, and message them and just be like, hey, I see you're a foodie like I am. Like, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Or, what's your favorite flavor? What do you say for pizza? I don't know. You guys know what I mean. What's your favorite kind of pizza? And then as we build that conversation back and forth, I'm going to say, hey, I don't know if you knew, but I'm running this mindful eating group, and I know that I've seen you comment on my stuff every once in a while. Not sure if you're interested, but I know you like your pizza. I would let you have your pizza, and we would learn how to eat healthy together. Just see what they say. The worst thing is that they're like, nope, I'm good eating my pizza, and then they'll come back later. Okay, people always come back. They always come back. I think that's it, you guys. Last thing that I want to say, follow up. Please follow up, okay? Because here's the thing, you guys. I'll bring Courtney up, okay? She's actually my assistant. She's selling makeup. She's doing amazing at it, okay? And that girl had to follow up with me how many times before I actually bought the makeup? Like 5 times, you guys. And she did an amazing job with it. I wanted the makeup. It was gluten-free makeup. I was like, you sold me on the word that it's gluten-free. Like I'm all over that. And I wanted it, but life kept happening. I kept getting busy. I went to her website and then my phone shut down, and like just weird things that I lost her website. That's happening to people all the time, you guys, okay, where they're interested, but life never slows down, right? So their kid gets sick, and then they're like, oh, now I feel really stupid because I totally missed that girl's deadline, so I'm just gonna let it go. Even though they really want to work on themselves, right? You have to follow up with them. I always assume it's my fault. Okay, I always assume it's my fault and not theirs. I never play the victim, you guys, and say, they're ignoring me, like I must suck. No, I know I have a really good product to help them, right? So I flip it and I say, oh my God, they're so much like me, they probably forgot to respond back to me. So I follow up and I say, hey, I know you're a busy mom like I am, and you probably forgot to respond back to this message. So I wanted to make sure before I shut down my group that I followed up with you because I know you were interested because of X, Y, Z. If it's not the right time, no worries. We can always try another time, but I didn't want to leave you out. Okay, you're giving them that out so that if they respond back and say, you know what, I just can't afford it right now. I think a lot of us get so offended when people are like, I just can't afford it. You guys, it just means they don't want it right now, and that's okay. We don't have that. We can't make that choice for them. Okay, so take the pressure off of yourself. When someone says they can't afford it, be sweet. be sweet and say, hey, no worries. Maybe in the future, move the conversation on to whatever you were talking about before, okay? So I know that you got a puppy. How's that puppy doing, okay? Because like I said, they're going to be so happy that you didn't try to push them into something, okay? And they're going to remember, you know what? Angela didn't try to push me in that. She wasn't just trying to sell me. When I'm ready, I'm going to go back to her, okay? Make sense? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, guys, I know I kept you on longer. I got to get my baby girl upstairs because she's passed out on the couch. I hope this was helpful, you guys. Next Monday, we will be home from Summit. We're still going to have our Zoom. If you guys have topics, make sure you let us know, because Kirk and I were like, what should we talk about? So make sure you let us know if there's something you want us to talk about. I know a lot of you guys won't be at Summit. Angela, I will be seeing you very, very soon. Hopefully, we'll see all of you guys at Summit next year and actually at our retreat. You got time, guys. You got time to earn it. Let's go. Have a wonderful Monday night. Kirk says bye. All right. Bye, guys.